So the last step of planning before moving on to actual content creation is to create your website outline. This is actually a pretty simple step, but it's critical. A website outline is basically exactly what it sounds like. A broken down list of all the pages your website is going to have and what each one will contain. This will give you a nice little to-do list when you start actually gathering your content, and it'll force you to think about how you're going to organize your website so you aren't just messing around blindly in its actual creation. So I'm going to make one of these for the Goodman Grill just to show you an example of how this should work. Feel free to open up just any old text editor for this. We really don't have to get too fancy with something that's this simple. So we're going to start by just listing everything that we want to include on the website. Don't worry about breaking it down right now, just list it. So let's see. We definitely want to include basic information like hours and location. I'd also like to include a little introduction paragraph to greet visitors when they first show up on the site. And obviously the menu has to be on there, and so does the option to make online reservations. Let's see. Lastly, I also want an Our Story page to share something about how the Goodman Grill got started. Next, we're just going to take all of these things and group them by page in a way that makes sense. So let's start with the home page. This one is pretty easy. The hours, location, introduction paragraph, and the reservations will all be there. The menu is going to be on its own page, and so will the Our Story page. Lastly, I'm also going to add a Contact Us page here with a contact form and a repeat of the phone number and the address. So that's it. Pretty simple, right? Now we've got the bones of your site and you're ready to start working on actually developing this content, which is what we'll be talking about in the next section. Pretty soon we'll actually be getting this website up and running. But for right now, let's just get started on teaching you how to create your content.